Thank you for clicking on this Smashy Smashy Eggman movie reviews and more video. I haven't done a lot of videos talking about new releases lately. I have a couple. So I decided it's the end of June, the first 6 months of the year are over, and it is now time to discuss all the movies I've seen that have come out in 2023. So this is going to be short discussions. I've got some star ratings, which is something new I haven't done before, so I hope you enjoy. I'm going to go through these in the order I watched them. So this isn't the order of release. It's the order that I finally got around to watching all of these. So, kicking things off is Knock at the Cabin, which I obviously gave 4 stars. I like this one. I don't know if this is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed the premise of this movie, the fact that it is so secluded in one place. And although some people said that they weren't certain on the twist, I knew going in what this movie was and what was going to happen, and I really enjoyed it. I've rewatched it since. I've seen this one twice now, once in theaters, once out of theaters, and I enjoyed it immensely both times. I really liked Knock at the Cabin Door. I thought Dave Bautista did a great job. It was so well done. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have Megan, which I gave 2 stars to. This is, I believe, the lowest rated movie I have on this list that I've seen. And this one I actually did see in theaters. And part of that rating, one, this movie was not entertaining for me. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't this huge fun thing. It was kind of a slog for me to get through. And the theater experience I had watching it did not help it. It actually made it so much worse. Just because there was like 9 of us in the theater and 8 of them were talking. I've considered rewatching it since, but at the same time, like, I was able to like focus and pay attention to a lot of it, and it just wasn't for me. Other people really like it. It's not for me. I'm not a huge Megan fan. Next up, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Not even my favorite superhero film of this year. Actually, this might be my least favorite superhero film of this year. We'll find out. It got 3.5 stars, is what I gave it. I don't know. I thought Paul Rudd did a fine job. I'm kind of sick of CGI in superhero films. I'm sick of, like, oh, we have to go to this fully CGI world. Yeah. Again, I kind of wish it just kept a bleak ending where Ant-Man and the Wasp were stuck in the quantum realm for a while. Like, I get it, we just had Ant-Man stuck in the quantum realm in the Avengers movies, but he never made it to this low world of it. So yeah, why he got stuck there for 5 years and never made it that far, but Janet Pym got stuck there a lot longer and was that much deeper. I don't know. It's fine. It's a fine movie. I enjoyed it. 3.5 stars. Next up is Operation Fortune. There's more to this title, but I can't remember it off the top of my head, and it's in French, I believe. This one I gave 3.5 stars to as well. This is better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, this isn't a ranking system. This is a star system. If this was a ranking system, this would rank higher. But this is a star-based system is what I'm using. I really liked it. Hugh Grant is amazing in this movie. He just is great at this point in his career. I love Hugh Grant. It's a great Guy Ritchie film. It's just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch, and I haven't gotten a chance to rewatch it since I saw it in theaters, but I know I want to, and but yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you haven't checked this one out, definitely do it. Jason Statham is great in this movie. Josh Hartnett is great. Audrey Plaza. Carrie Ewells is fantastic. Such a great movie. I so enjoyed Operation Fortune. Next up is Scream 6. I think I have a review of this one on the channel. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. It was enjoyable. I figured out 2 of the 3 killers right away, like within minutes. I figured out who 2 of the 3 killers were. Didn't distract the movie was still a quality. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it and sitting through it. And yeah, I like it. If you like the Scream movies, I think it's a good Scream movie. Next up, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Um, Also, again, not my favorite superhero film. Not even my favorite DC film of this year. I liked it though. I like Shazam. I like the character. I've always liked the character. I'm glad he got a sequel. And we got to do a little more with Shazam. I don't get why Gal Gadot is at the end of this movie, and why we needed that. Especially, once with this new reboot, if they're not using, this Shazam going forward, you just should have left him dead. Like that would have been a great sacrifice move. Just leave him dead. Um, but yeah, I would have. But yeah, I liked it. I thought Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu as the villains were great. I enjoyed it. Um, is it as good as the first one? No, but it's still a very enjoyable movie. Did I say how many stars I gave that one? Three. I gave it 3 stars. Next up is Cocaine Bear, 2.5 stars. Yeah, I didn't care for Cocaine Bear. I didn't like it. I thought it'd be a mindless, weird comedy that I'd enjoy with some good gore. And I was just bored. I was bored for the entire runtime of this movie. Um, it's hard to say like woohoo. I just was bored. Like they tried something and it didn't work. I was more entertained than when I watched Megan, but still, because I did laugh. There were some moments in this movie where I did laugh and I did chuckle. Um, but I just felt like it tried too hard and it didn't make as much sense as it should. Now for the first 5-star movie on this list, and that's Renfield. I loved this movie. Nicholas Hoult, Nicolas Cage, they gave amazing performances. They are the reason to watch this movie. It's a lot of fun, and I really liked the way it connects to the Universal Dracula movie and how it just, continues the story. And again, Nicolas Cage is amazing. Is amazingly funny as Dracula. Nicholas Hoult does a great job as Renfield. It is such a fun movie. I loved this movie. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went and saw it in theaters. And I have watched it since buying it on Blu-ray. I bought it on Blu-ray. I watched it again. Still loved it. Yeah, highly recommend Renfield. Which is weird because I have Renfield, Shazam on Blu-ray. Scream 6 has not come out yet. It comes out next month on Blu-ray. It's just weird. It's just weird. All right, after that, I have Hulu's original Quasi. So I haven't streamed a lot of the new stuff just because most of it hasn't interested me. But Quasi is Broken Lizard, so I was going to watch me some Quasi. It's fine. It's good Broken Lizard. It's not my favorite Broken Lizard. It is all right. I like the fact each member of the company is playing 2 characters. And they have a lot of fun with it about, hunchbacks and kings and the Pope. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. If you haven't checked it out, it's streaming on Hulu. 3 stars. Next up is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I gave this one 4 stars. This is definitely my favorite Marvel movie of the year. And I think it's my favorite superhero movie of the year. I think if I had to rank the 4 of them, this would be the top. I really enjoyed it. I thought they made a great conclusion to this story. It was a very well done ending. I liked the fact they got away without having to kill any of their main characters, and that they just let the story be and continued on. I really liked it. Again, 4 stars. Next up is Air. I did not get to see this one in theaters as much as I wanted to. I didn't get a chance. I watched it when it streamed on Amazon. Now it's streaming on Amazon, and I watched it there. This was such a good movie. I was so enthralled by it and super enjoyed watching it. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, they all did great jobs. I think Viola Davis is Mrs. Jordan. I could be wrong. I want to say it's Viola Davis. They all did such good jobs. It's such an interesting story. And one I didn't actually know that much about. I didn't know that much about Nike pre-Air Jordan versus post-Air Jordan. So it was a really cool story. It was really interesting. And yeah, definitely recommend. If you haven't seen Air and you've got Amazon Prime, go ahead, stream it. It was such a good movie. 4 stars. Honestly, I'm now rethinking I should have given it 4.5. but I didn't, so it's a 4-star. Next up, also with 4 stars, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This one I had to wait until I bought on Blu-ray. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. I did not have the excess time to catch it, but I bought it on Blu-ray. I watched it, and this is such a good movie. It's really funny. It's very well done. So much better than the Jeremy Irons, Marlon Wayans live-action one. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Again, Hugh Grant, terrific performance. Chris Pine, great performance. Michelle Rodriguez, really good performance. Sophie Lilly, amazing. Justice Smith, great. Like, they all did such a good job in this movie, and it's so funny and so well put together. The only thing I wish happened was I wish you found it at the end. It was just people playing a Dungeons and Dragons session. That is my one gripe about this movie, is I think that would have been a hilarious ending. You can't make a sequel, and I get that, but I think that would have been a really fun ending. That did not detract from the rest of this movie. It was just a really good time, and I kind of wish I had taken the time to see it in theaters. Next up is the Super Mario Brothers movie. I give this one 3 stars. It literally was rushed. Like, I felt like they just tried to get through it. Like, as so many movies out there are so long now that they could be cut down and their story condensed so they have a better pacing. This one seems like it just did it way too much, and it missed some progression that it needed. It was still fun to watch. I enjoyed it. But this one, again, I'm glad I didn't see this one in theaters, because this one I also waited until Blu-ray. Next up, we have The Flash. 3.5 stars. My second favorite superhero movie of this year. My favorite DC movie of the year. Michael Keaton as Batman. That's what got me to the theaters. There's some iffy stuff in this movie that Michael Keaton was great as Batman. I liked the Nicolas Cage cameo. I thought two Ezra Millers was one Ezra Miller too many at times, because he got really whiny with his alternate Ezra Miller. But yeah, overall, I like The Flash. Sorry about that. I'm doing this on my lunch break. I thought I was alone, but somebody walked in. So, next up, my other 5-star movie so far this year, Asteroid City. I loved this freaking movie. Wes Anderson does a great job here. It is so much fun and so well put together, and I didn't see the actual plot of the movie coming. Like, I had seen the trailers for it, but at no point does it explain that it's that it's a play. That this is a play as part of a TV show. It is such a good setup. I really enjoyed it. Definitely check this one out. It was so much fun. And Jeff Goldblum plays an alien, literally for 2 seconds, but it's great. It's a great moment. I loved this movie. Asteroid City, thumbs up. After that, I checked out Evil Dead Rise, streaming on HBO Max now. 3.5 stars. I liked it. It's a good Evil Dead movie. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Not the best horror movie. Not the worst. Not even my favorite Evil Dead movie. But it did a good job. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed watching it. Then I checked out Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. 3 stars. This might be my favorite Transformers movie. Not 100% sure. I think they didn't do enough with the Maximals. I think they just should have done a movie just focusing on them. I loved the design of Unicron. I thought that was perfect. It looked like a live action of what I saw in my childhood from the Transformers the movie. So I'm all in. I'm all in on Unicron. But again, I don't think they did enough with the Maximals, and I was sad about that. Just because that the Beasts, the Maximals, that's what this movie was sold as. So when we got so much of Optimus Prime and Mirage and RC and Bumblebee, I'm like, just give me the Maximals. Give me what I came to see. But I did like the movie. It was a really good movie overall. Then I checked out off of Amazon Prime Creed 3. Again, didn't get a chance to see this one in theaters. It was good. I gave it 3 stars. It was good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest thing. I've ever laid my eyes on, but it's not the worst. It was fine. It was fine and fun. As another YouTuber would say, it was fun. I liked it. It's not my favorite Rocky movie. It's not my favorite Creed movie, but it was good. It was a well-written story. And then to end this, I watched one other movie this first 6 months that just came out. And last night I went out and saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, 2.5 stars. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still processing it, and I'm seeing all these negative reviews from people online right now, and I don't know if I agree with it that being that bad. Like, it was fine. There were moments I enjoyed it. I think at 2.5 hours, it was like 20 minutes too long, and it could have been cut down. I feel like the time travel element didn't work for me. The fact that they actually do the time travel, like, if they just hinted at it working, that would have been fine. Or if they had done this is supposed to work, and then you find out for the first time in all of these movies that the rare ancient artifact doesn't actually work. I would have been fine with either of those. Like, it could have been just a good adventure movie. I'm glad Indiana Jones didn't get overshadowed by a female. I admit he did do a lot of stuff that at 80 years old, I'm not 100% sure his body would allow him to do. But that didn't really detract from me. I thought, it was fun for what it was. I'm not sure, like, unless I'm doing an Indiana Jones marathon, I might not watch it again. But it was fine. It was fine. It was a fine Indiana Jones movie. I'm not going to sit here. Like, the digital de-aging, for the most part, worked. There were a couple of shots where it looked a little wonky, because both Harrison Ford and Mads Mikkelsen both had to be de-aged for the opening. Again, a couple of parts it looks a little wonky, but for the most part it worked. It looked good. The funniest part was watching the de-aged Harrison Ford walk, because he still had the current Harrison Ford's walk, which looks like he has, I can't think of the term I'm looking for, but cowboys got it from riding horses too much, where they still have that, like, bow in their legs. So, like, Indy in the past just walked like a normal person, and now he's got that as he's walking. That I thought that was hilarious. It didn't detract from the movie. I just thought it was really funny. But yeah, it was 2.5 stars. My favorite movies, Renfield, Asteroid City, great movies. My least favorite was Megan. But yeah, so that's what I've seen for the first 6 months. That's kind of my thoughts. Some of them were way quicker because I haven't seen them in like months now. But yeah, maybe I'll put up some more content. I don't know. I am Martin Prevost. This is Smashy Smashy Eggman movie reviews and more. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.